Alright, let's try this one again. So they were asking about diatoms, and they want to know, what is a diatom? Well, a diatom is a small microbial creature that is ocean-bound. It's actually plankton. It's one of the forms of plankton. It used to be a lot more diverse, but now we have mostly just the smaller ones. And it produced up to about 9% of our atmosphere on the planet. And this is really odd to think, but you might be actually breathing in an oxygen particle that was actually produced by a diatom or one of the cynos from almost 3 billion years ago, which is really odd. The atmosphere that the primordial Earth before life was very toxic and mostly carbon dioxide and other trace gases. But something changed. Something started reacting, because chemicals will react. And carbon happened to be the most reactive, which is strangely why that we find that the 4 main elements that you find in the universe are the ones that make up life, with carbon being the most reactive of them. So therefore, it's the carbon element. And we have hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen as well. So you see these in play a lot. And they are the most abundant elements in our universe. So, plankton, diatoms, produced most of the oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere over a period of time, changing it to the point where it actually started to become toxic. Another form started to form, the microbe, which ended up being the mitochondrial bacteria that is trapped within our cells. Yes, we enslaved a bacteria, both of them actually, the cynos and the microbes, into our cell systems of the eukaryote, which is where plants and animals come from. But that's another story. So anyways, how do we know that there was a lot of diatoms back throughout history that died on Earth? That material, a buildup of hundreds, trillions upon hundreds of trillions of diatoms that have died over the eons and have collected into piles in the early beginning. So yes, 90% of the Earth's atmosphere was actually produced by diatoms. So yeah, that's how that works. So when you think that it only produces so much of it, well, yeah, it doesn't produce as much as it did before, because we had the KT boundary event, the Chicxulub crater, and the extinction of the dinosaurs, and the asteroid that was about 6 miles in diameter that hit the Earth. Before that, you can see in the diatom records, you can see diatoms of much bigger diversity and much larger sizes compared to the days diatoms we see now. So yeah, that's how science works. It doesn't really care if you think you're right or not. You're probably not, and if you aren't, then you're going to have problems. It's like, how do we know that dark matter exists? Well, we can't, see it, and we can't actually send sensors up and detect it. But we can see its influences upon the matter in the universe, and that is mostly shown by this bullet supercluster, which, if you time out what we do know of its motions, we can see motions going back in history and throughout in the future, and you get an almost hydrodynamic effect. That's how science works. If you don't comprehend it, I am sorry. But you'll notice now, if you look at this video, that I actually speak very clearly, and I don't sit there and stutter, and I'm not stupid in any kind of way, shape, or form. And I wasn't sitting there reading off the computer's over there. So I'm not doing like Tom, where he has to look up the answers. I'm actually giving it right straight to you. You should really learn better